What's good, y'all? This your boy Dread, and this is my review of B.E.T's top 10 MCs of the 21st century. Notice I said 21st before anybody starts asking, but why wasn't Nas, Jay-Z, or DMX on there? 21st, and people say arguing the Eminem being on there because Eminem came out in '95, but he was more underground than anything. You didn't really see a lot of him until he came up with the Marshall Mathers LP in 2000, even though he dropped the Slim Shady LP in '97. But I still count him as 21st century. And they really had a top 15, but they cut it down to 10. And the five who didn't make it were Eve, Fabulous, The Game, Nelly, and Gucci Man. Yeah, but this list you can't really argue too much with it because here's the top 10. Number 10 was Rick Ross. Now I like some of Rick Ross songs. He got hot beats, and he can make pretty good songs from time to time. But I don't think that he should have been in the top 10. I would have personally replaced Rick Ross with Fabulous. Fabulous should have been on the top 10 list. He should have been number 10. But what do you say? Rick Ross got a damn good fan base, and you can't really argue with that. But like I said, just not my preference. Number 9 was Jadakiss. Jadakiss, his lyrics are on point. He's pretty much hot in New York and anywhere else. And I'm worried about him having staying power because one thing that they should have judged on is relevance. Like which of these rappers on the list can retire tomorrow, then come back 3 years and sound just as hot? Can Jadakiss do that? I'm saying he's hot lyrically, and he's a pretty good battle rapper. But one of the greats of all time, nah, one of the top best today, you bet your ass. Number 8 was Young Jeezy, and I agree. I'm glad Jeezy made the list because people look at Young Jeezy and all they see is just another trap rapper from the South. Nah, that man is mad lyrical. He can get political on you. He can talk about the streets. He can talk about anything. And I don't see why some people don't like Young Jeezy. Some people think that he's just another Gucci man, but he's he got a lot more depth than Gucci or any other trap rapper from the South. Well, almost anyone. I'm gonna get to that. Number 7 was Drake, and some people say, well, Drake shouldn't have made the list because Drake is too new. He only came out in '08, '09, but the man, he's multi-dimensional. He can make club hits. He makes R&B songs. He sings for the ladies. Not to mention he can go hard too. And like I said, I can't really argue with that. He's in that bottom 5 in the top 10 today. But I tell you right now that nobody's had more buzz than him on the internet. Probably got the most internet buzz out of any rapper on this list. Number 6 was Ludacris. Ludacris is an underrated rapper, and I said that in my underrated rappers video, everything about him. So Ludacris, number 6, I can see that. He's at the top of the bottom 5. And now for the top 5, this is where it gets really good. The top 5 rapper on the list was number 5 was T.I., and just like Young Jeezy, the only thing people look at when they see him is just another trap rapper from the South, but he's actually very deep, and he can actually break it down, show you pretty good on the intellectual level. Like, he's a smart trap rapper, and not to mention he can go hard when he wants to. I haven't seen he smashed Lil Flip. He ended Lil Flip's career. That's a good thing about him. And as far as him beefing, I don't really see too many people on or off this list who can fuck with him lyrically. And speaking of beef, that brings up the number 4 man on this list, the controversy and beef king, 50 Cent. From Get Rich or Die Trying, like I mentioned in my other hip hop videos, bringing up 50 Cent and destroying Ja Rule. And besides the beef and the controversy and all that other good stuff, people would say he fell off when it comes to lyrics, but business savvy and as far as making money, he's nice. He's nice at that. Like I said, even though I'm judged rather based on money, but you gotta admire the man's business savvy and conscience. And if you want to talk about his lyrics, you can say they got a little bit dry, but hell, he went hard. Let's see, 50's prime years was from 2003 to about '06. Curtis wasn't that good, even though it came out in '07, and Before Self-Destruct was not all that good to me. But, if you want to talk from 2000 to 2010, I don't see why 50 Cent wouldn't be on your list. Let's see, now we go to the top 3. Kanye West is number 3, and Mr. College Dropout himself, and y'all might know him from the controversy with him and Taylor Swift, but I'll look past that because I know the man is a talented artist, lyricist, producer, everything else in between. And also, he makes mad money if you want to talk money too. And people, they know not to mess with Kanye West on the lyrical level too, because heck, I believe he can give 50 Cent a run for his money. Maybe even beat him. But then again, we'll never know. I think most of these rappers should battle each other anyway just to get it over with. Just like the next 2 top rappers on the list, Lil Wayne and Eminem. You should have known that they were going to be on the list, especially in the top 2. And, if Lil Wayne was number 1, the Eminem fans are going to be saying, man, that's bullshit. Eminem should have been number 1. And, Eminem, he did make number 1 on the list, by the way. And a lot of Wayne fans are going to say, man, that's bullshit. Wayne should have been number 1. But I say the two should battle and get over with. But me, I don't have a problem with Eminem being number one, Wayne being number two, because hell, you should be lucky to be on the list at all. Not them. I'm saying I would be honored just to be on the list, but I don't have a problem with Eminem being number one because he's overcome so much adversity in his career, and he's done what nobody else has done in his career. I mean, coming up being a white rapper at that. And as far as Wayne being number two, I completely agree with that because Wayne, he's in his prime right now. I mean, he's consistent with his mixtapes. He's, dropping club joints. And like I said in my video with Lil Wayne criticism, I say the Carter 2 was probably his best work. Not to mention he's going into other dimensions like rock and roll and doing all that other stuff. And, going R&B and using autotune too. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but the hardcore Lil Wayne fans who like his lyrics, they probably don't like that. But I personally, like I said earlier, the only modifications I would have made the list is I would have switched off Fabulous to Rick Ross. I would have replaced Rick Ross. That's pretty much the only thing that I have with the list. But tell me what y'all think. Y'all think the list is pretty accurate? Would you have made any changes? Or who should have made the list they didn't mention? Well, this is Dread Hip Hop Talk.